Hi, it's Mark with Nordheide Hustle, and I am not headed to the normal spot in the garage where I'm usually doing my unboxing. Instead, I'm headed to the back of the garage to explain a little bit about what happened yesterday, which was sort of exciting. Now, my intention was, of course, from the beginning to only open boxes if I was filming so that I could share it with everyone out there. And I believe that that's what I was doing. And it came up yesterday. I made an eBay mistake. I got an order for a Norelco razor, and I'm headed back here for a Norelco razor, of which, if you've watched my other videos, you know I have quite a few. In fact, I have these left. Now, all of my Norelco razors, these, well, they're not Norelcos actually here, they're called Philly Shave, but Philly Shave Cool Skin razors came without charging docks, so I couldn't test them or charge them. So I've been selling them for like between 20 and 30 euros a piece, untested. And most of the people that bought them have said that they work just fine with their charging docks, which is great. And I sold one earlier in the week, actually Monday, sent it out. It arrived on Tuesday, which was great. And then I looked because I'd had a listing for two. So I had two listed and someone had bought one, and I sent it out. And then I noticed, well, I don't have any more listed. And I looked more carefully and then realized that the person who had ordered one razor, it was just my assumption that they were ordering one. They actually had ordered both that I had listed at the time, and I had only sent them one. So I wrote them an email apologizing. They were understanding, said no problem. Of course, it had arrived next day, so they were happy with that, obviously. But the second one I then got in the mail yesterday immediately, and then decided, okay, I've got to list some more, so I'll come out here to the garage to find some. And then I was thinking, well, wouldn't it be disappointing if after selling all of these razors as untested without charging stations, I went through one of these boxes back here of Philips returns, on which I have quite a few boxes back here, and found all the charging stations after the fact. So I said, well, I better go look again, because I was pretty sure what was in here. And so I came back here and looked, and was happy to find some things that I didn't expect. So my expectations were here. You see there are a lot of baby monitors. So I knew when I was moving this stuff in, there were several boxes of baby monitors, several boxes of shavers, and I have to see so many boxes. Yeah. So here, for instance, this is a box that's all epilators. So women's epilators. Well, I guess men could use them as well. And these are hair trimmers. Many of them are corded, and I haven't tested the cordless ones yet. And so I sort of knew, or felt I knew, what was back here. Now, what ended up happening was I found one box that was right here that had an additional 7 of those Philips razors in them that I've been selling for between 20 and 30 euros online. They still did not have any charging stations, so that didn't help. But then I found another box that I didn't know I had. I thought I had looked into all these Philips boxes, but these are a different series. So these are the 6,000 series. The 7,000 series are the ones that I was selling. The 6,000 series, and so far, I pulled 4 of them in. You can see they're missing. So far, they all have chargers, and 3 of the 4 charged right up and worked just fine. So I was really thrilled yesterday. This was like so electronic gold for me, because I know they sell. And now with chargers and tested, I'm hoping to get between 60 and maybe even 100 euros a piece for these basically customer returns, new in box. This one feels a little light, so I'm guessing it's not all in there. But altogether, I guess I should have a minimum of about 10 full sets to sell. So that would be just great. I'm looking then at like a minimum, even if I sell them for parts, of 300 euros and potentially up to like 800, 900 euros just in this one box. So yeah, like I said, this stuff I still need to go through, and I'm planning to go through it all on camera. What I didn't realize is some of this stuff, which I thought I had peeked in when I moved it, is not what I thought it was. Let's see. I haven't looked in this one. Didn't look in this one yesterday either. Okay, so these are satin ice. So those again are epilators. I looked, they're not as easy to sell. And I'm gonna see if I can set you guys up somewhere so you can see me go through some of this stuff. Let's dig in. So this is the box of additional razors. Nice. And the box under it. Oh. And the box under it. Another bunch of 6000 series razors in the box. So what are we, 6, 18, 20? So another 21 razors were based on what I've tested so far. I'm assuming that they actually charge right up and work. So like these 2 boxes could essentially make me back all the 2,500 euros I put into this, if I can get them sold. Now again, it's not like they sell overnight. Granted, if I put the price lower, they might sell quickly. But these other razors over the course of the last 3 months, I think I've sold 12 to 15 of them. I'll have to check. I'll pull up my sales records and share that with you on this video. But yeah, after going through a bunch of these random boxes and crates day after day and uncovering things that I'm like, maybe this will sell for 10 euros, or maybe I could save this for the garage sale. You can probably understand how exhilarating it was yesterday, and then again today, to think there's another box, to find that these are like real money boxes, like easy to sell online over time. So if I put them at 60, between 60 and 100, the problem is it's hard to price them because there are no sales comps. So there are none for sale and there are none sold in the last 90 days on eBay. So I have to dig a little deeper and try to figure out what to charge for them. I did see one person was just for sale for $24.99. They were just selling the front faceplate and the charging station, just 2 spare parts for $24.99, but it wasn't sold. So I'm still thinking that I can get even 50 euros for a functioning razor with all the accessories would be a deal for most people. And a lot of money in my pocket at the end of the day. So I'm going to continue with the next box, but it might take me a while to get to it. So I'll set you up there and we'll see what we can do. As you can see, it's sort of cramped back here. Oh. So I made it down to the next box. It is a mix. Like here is a Phillips hair curler. This is also a 6000 series shaver. That's a 6000 series shaver. Yeah, what else do we have here? Trim and shave. So it doesn't even look like all the parts are in there. Okay, there's a trimmer. So yeah, not as pure easy, but here's a jet clean system. So this is an 8000 series. I don't have any of those yet. So that is even more advanced. So if it actually comes with all the parts, well, let's see. It looks like there's the cleaning station is there, but maybe not the razor. So it'll be a bit of a dig through here. Okay, there's a trimmer. But these are things that electronics that are much easier to sell. Now that the hair trimmers don't sell as easily or quickly, and not for nearly as much. So I've sold one of these for $14.95 plus shipping. That was a corded one like this one that worked just fine. I haven't, like I said, I haven't tracked down or tested any of the cordless ones, but it's just an interesting mix. There's an epilator in here. Oh. Yeah, and here's another 6,000. So these boxes, and there's still another one under there that I have to identify, but these boxes very well could end up being where I get all my money back just from this stack of boxes right here. Razors, the trimmers, and other things, like even this, what I pulled out, which is appears to be only the cleaning station for a razor. I haven't looked because I don't have any of these yet, but this appears to be new. So if I can find a cord for it and test it, this cleaning station might sell for quite a bit. So that is my hope, and I'll have to dig through this. There's another box under that one, but I'll have to do that another time. I'm going to try to get to the box under that box, but first, I've got to move some of these. All right, so that did not work out as I expected. I have a lot of these now that you can see that they're tumbled down onto the floor. I have a lot of parts for fluorescent lighting systems that are stacked up here. And if I'm going to get to these other boxes, I need to move those first. So I'm going to do that quickly, and then I'll turn this back on and get to that last box back there. Okay, I moved all the fluorescent lighting systems, and I want to show you those here. So they're all stacked up. And so I have the tracks for these fluorescent lighting systems, and then these large flatter boxes, so they're reflectors that you would mount up on the ceiling behind the tracks. I still haven't done my homework on those. Whew. I still have to work on that because, I mean, it is a ton of stuff. I mean, you can see it's stacked up, like those are tracks, and here's a mix of tracks and reflectors. There's also other parts, smaller parts like end caps and other things that I've figured out go there. But what I haven't yet determined concretely is, do I have complete systems, light systems? And because they are traditionally and meant for fluorescent, are they actually going to be LED compatible? I don't know that, and I have to figure that out. Okay, for now, what I would like to do is I would like to show you these boxes. So let's look at this last one here. And you can see, as I do, that these are not shavers, they are trimmers. A couple of different types of trimmers, it looks like. So it's upside down. So yeah, Philips hair trimmers. This one looks to be cordless. If the battery's charged, that means they're worth a little bit more than the corded ones. This is a 5000 series. Yeah. So yeah, I will obviously have my work cut out for me. There's a mix I see here of corded and cordless in this box, and I don't know. I assume it goes all the way down like that. Yeah, most of these Philips boxes have been consistent, but yeah, it was actually one of these corded shavers, $241. That's what I sold for $14.95 plus shipping. So yeah, if I can do that, even if I can do that with that box, there must be 30 of them in there. So the rest of the boxes here, so we already looked in this box. That's the mixed box of stuff. These are women's razors. Another says women's razors, women's razors. I think those might be epilators then as women's razors. It's really dark down here, so you can't tell. These bottoms say baby phones, so baby monitors. And that's what these two are as well. Ugh. So yeah, a lot of Phillips stuff to sell, which is great. It actually, at least in my experience so far, the Conrad stuff, the customer returns to that electronic store Conrad. If you've been watching the videos, you see a lot of those. Those are not as easy to sell. But the Phillips stuff has worked well for me so far. So this big pile here could be me doubling my money easily, regardless of what's in the rest of the garage. So that's the hope. And I'm going to go ahead and start testing them and getting them online 1 by 1 or 2 by 2, wherever I find them. And yeah, I'll keep you updated. And yeah, it's fun. Some days, like I said in the past, some days are frustrating because it seems like it's all junk and you have to do so much work to get a little money back. And then sometimes you just rediscover a mountain of cash. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.